Elon Musk and Joe Biden Cold War explained. So, Elon Musk right? Always in the news for something, and this time, it's something his own president. What did Sleepy Joe did or didn't do to rile this eccentric billionaire up? And what troubles lay await Elon Musk from the White House in 2022? Let's get into it. Hey buddy, welcome to where we serve you with updates from the tech world. Don't forget to click on the like and subscribe button to continue enjoying more of these videos. It started with a criticism, as every war usually does. A word here and there, and bombs start flying. On September 21st, SpaceX and Tesla CEO Elon Musk criticized President Joe Biden on Tuesday, deeming his administration biased against Tesla and saying it appears to be controlled by unions during a speech on stage at the Code Conference in Beverly Hills, California. Musk, in his typically irreverent form, also repeated several of his prior taunts against federal financial regulators at the Securities and Exchange Commission, reiterated his support for cryptocurrency and nuclear energy, and said he is optimistic about Tesla and tech in China despite recent antitrust and cryptocurrency crackdowns there. When you are the richest man in the world, I bet you can say anything, and he is not stopping. In a series of tweets, after an historic milestone by SpaceX, Elon Musk took a pot shot at President Joe Biden, who had yet to remark on the company's and the civilian flight crew's accomplishments. One of Musk's 60 million followers on the social networking platform Twitter asked him, "The President of the United States has refused to even acknowledge the 4 newest American astronauts who helped raise hundreds of millions of dollars for St. Jude. What's your theory on why that is?" Musk replied, "He's still sleeping. It does make me wonder why President Joe Biden didn't say the usual platitudes, like today is a great day, and Elon Musk, the greatest mind has done something no one else has. You know, stuffs like that, but mum was the word for Biden. He has his own side of the story to tell, but let's stay on Elon Musk. The achievement was a huge milestone, as he is the first private individual company to send 4 people into the Earth's orbit. As CNBC previously reported, SpaceX safely returned its Crew Dragon spacecraft from orbit yesterday. The capsule carried the 4 members of the Inspiration 4 mission back to Earth after 3 days in space. One major goal of the Inspiration 4 mission was to raise $200 million for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. It had raised $160.2 million by Saturday. Celebrating after Inspiration 4 splashed down, Musk pledged to contribute $50 million personally, pushing the campaign's total raise to $210 million. Top NASA officials have congratulated Musk and SpaceX on the Inspiration 4 mission. SpaceX competitors acknowledged it too, with accolades from Boeing, Lockheed Martin, Blue Origin, and Musk's peer and rival Jeff Bezos shared on social media. The White House was nowhere to be found amidst the banquet of congratulations. These are 2 men with big egos though, and can any blame for Elon Musk for having a gigantic ego? Elon Musk's superpower is his wealth, and this has been documented well. Number 1 evidence: Tesla and SpaceX. Within the space of a decade, Tesla has risen to the top of the pile for EVs, overtaking established automobiles from all over the world. You can't talk about electric cars without mentioning Tesla, as it is mainly responsible for moving battery-powered cars from the preserves of the nerds to the mainstream. Every EV gets compared to Tesla because it's the EV company to beat. The company makes the best-selling cars of all time, with Model 3. According to unofficial estimates, its electric pickup truck, the Cybertruck, has racked more than 1 million pre-orders despite facing multiple delays. Tesla is also at the forefront of battery research and development. Its new 4,680 battery promises to revolutionize the EV industry by being less expensive, holding more charge for longer, charging faster, weighing less, and being safer. Tesla cars are a beast in performance, as the company are obsessed over speed. His company Tesla has also established a manufacturing company in China, where he plans to make cheap cars for the masses. And they are on the verge of opening another in Germany to increase its presence in Europe. Evidence 1 was really long, and it could have been longer, but we'd stop at that. Evidence 2: his SpaceX company. SpaceX is so far ahead of its competition that it's hard to imagine them catching up. SpaceX has changed the business of space travel. SpaceX is the only private company NASA trusts to take its astronauts to the International Space Station. Cargo delivery has become a routine with SpaceX rockets in space. NASA rewarded SpaceX excellence with a multi-billion-dollar contract covering a crucial of an equally critical mission to the moon. The space agency will employ SpaceX Starship as the human landing system for its astronauts on the moon. And not only that, his astronauts will ride the Starship to Mars, an unthinkable proposition a few years ago. As a reward for this daring entrepreneur spirit, Musk's wealth has grown closely matching the rise of Tesla's stock. Evidence 3. Justine Musk, Tallulah Riley, Amber Heard, Grimes. You can draw your own conclusions from that. So back to the feud. This marked the first private SpaceX spaceflight, with a non-professional crew. Additionally, the mission involved the first black woman to serve as a spacecraft pilot, the youngest American to become an astronaut to date, and the first person to fly in space with a prosthesis. In that capacity, he recently bemoaned a Biden administration proposal that would allocate an extra $4,500 in incentives to buyers of certain new electric light-duty passenger vehicles. One stipulation of the proposal is that electric vehicles should be union-made. There's also an investigation going on by the Department of Justice after accusations that it discriminated against job applicants based on citizenship status, a probe that began during the Trump administration. All these has led to the brewing storm between Tesla and Joe Biden. A wrinkle though, for example, it won a $2.89 billion contract to build NASA's next crewed lunar lander, beating out Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin and Leidos subsidiary Dynetics, and SpaceX has flown 10 astronauts to the islands for NASA to date. So we should hear President Biden's side, right? Before we go into it, know that President Biden has not said anything bad about Elon Musk by replying his tweets and/or anything big. It was much more subtle, sinister, very president-like, I must say. President Biden seems to be all about electrifying America and pushing for EV adoption, as shown by his visit to Michigan last Wednesday. Last Wednesday, the president attended GM's Factory Zero grand opening in Michigan, and even had some fun behind the wheel of a 2022 GMC Hummer EV pickup. During his speech, Biden praised GM CEO Mary Barra for driving the country's electric future. "You electrified the entire automobile industry. You led, and it matters in drastically improving the climate by reducing hundreds of millions of barrels of oil that will not be used when we're all electric." See the jab? The "you led." That was a bit over the top. We all know who did. The one who started all this, electric cars and all. And not only me had a problem with what President Biden said. You guessed it, Elon Musk. And two new characters came in the scene also, his mother and his sister. And they made their anger known via Twitter. Biden's speech was written 20 years ago, just before GM killed the electric car, tweeted May. His speechwriter uploaded the wrong file. Ouch. His sister retweeted the mother's tweet. And to make sure that the Biden administration becomes aware of the fact that Tesla has already filled the gap of a well-established American EV company, Ms. Musk retweeted a video showcasing Tesla. If this isn't an outraged mother who's calling out that her child has been wronged, I don't know who is. Seriously, she reminds me of a lioness protecting her cubs. The human cub in question, Elon, naturally rushed to comment on the situation with his usual playful manner, which nevertheless asserts Tesla's superiority. Let's see if we can get them to say the word Tesla. Elon himself tweeted, again, ouch. The White House EV Summit, the United Auto Workers, UAW, and other leaders officially expressed their support for the Biden administration's plans for pushing EVs to reach 50% of nationwide sales by 2030. Guess who wasn't invited? Tesla. Whatever the reason might be behind Tesla's exclusion from the electric vehicle promotion, there are at least two conclusions we can make. Biden doesn't really like Tesla, and the Musk family is together fighting the EV war. That would be all for now. If you have any business proposal, kindly send us a message via our official email in the description of this video. Also, have you subscribed yet? If you haven't, please do that now, and put on your notifications to get the latest tech news videos on